Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your June predictions reading. This reading is a general prediction for the month of June, intended for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Risings, or those who have strong Scorpio placements in their chart. If you're not a Scorpio and you're here cross-watching, just be warned, I'm a very honest tarot reader, so you may hear or see something that you do not like. If you're interested in a love-specific prediction reading, I do have one up for your sign from mid-May until mid-June. I'll be filming a follow-up reading in the middle of June as well. So let's get into it, Scorpio. We're going to start by getting 3 cards which will tell us the main theme that your sign can expect to experience in the month of June. We're going to get 3 cards to represent 3 different themes, okay? So what is Scorpio's first theme in the month of June, please, Spirit? What can Scorpio expect? What can Scorpio expect in the month of June? Okay. Wow, you got 2 crescents. You got the waning and the waxing crescent moon. Oh, my bad. We also have Venus, Libra, and Water. I'm only going to take Venus though, sweets, okay? It's been already a long day with just Cancer's reading. At the back of your deck, we have Trine or Trine. I say Trine. I apologize for those who are astrological nuts like me and say Trine. I prefer to say Trine. What is going on here? Oh, it was my necklace. So let's have a look. We have waning crescent in the reverse and we have waxing crescent in the upright. And here is your Venus card, sweets. So I'm going to talk about the themes briefly before getting more specific with tarot and getting advice about each of the themes as well. Let's start with the waning crescent, shall we? Waning crescent reverse tells me that there's something in your life that you are struggling to let go of in June. It's coming back. The first time around, it didn't work out as we hoped it would. It's not a relationship, it's an issue. It was maybe dealt with, but we're revisiting it again in June because some of you are facing a very similar situation, which is a collective energy right now, or you're being faced a new situation, which has you thinking about this past situation. So I feel with waning crescent here, something unresolved is coming back and it's making us close it all to get together and go, hey, actually, I'm done. I don't need any more of this. I don't want any more of this. I'm good. Let's keep moving forward. Or you're being given a second chance here to make sure that it is successful this time. So we'll see what tarot has to say and we'll get a very specific idea of what that is. It doesn't feel like a person or a relationship. It feels more like an idea or something that we hoped to achieve previously and we didn't quite pull it off. We'll get into clear details with tarot. But let's have a look at waxing crescent really quickly as a theme. Waxing crescent is something that for me gains momentum. So I almost feel like in this sense, something is trying to build and gain. It almost makes me think that you're warming up to something here. Now, I do feel like this could be a person. This could be you sort of warming up to how your life is changing because of somebody else's influence. And you may even be considering expanding your responsibilities because of this. Some of you are going to try for a child or another child. Some of you, it's about expanding your responsibilities in terms of laying down more roots and sort of taking on more financial responsibility, while others of you, I feel like this waxing crescent is about you kind of working closer towards a goal that you have and getting more serious about it. Now over here, your last theme is Venus. So as a key theme here, this Venus energy is blocked. It makes me think that there's something going on for you that you are having trouble balancing your own wants and needs towards. You're kind of putting other people before yourself. With Venus reversed, it's a very sacrificial energy. It's like I'm sacrificing my personal needs in order to satisfy yours. I don't know if you are happy about this. For some of you, I think this is a struggle that you have constantly, while for others of you, it seems intentional. It seems like, yes, I need to put them first for now so that I can make sure they're safe and then I'll focus on me afterwards. onwards. It makes me think that you are lacking the opportunities to enact self-care rituals, to kind of look after yourself and feel confident in your image. Your kind of beauty regime may be slipping a little bit. It makes me think that you have other priorities rather than how you look in June, which could tell me also that you're going to be very busy in June. So let me get some tarot out now, sweets, so that we can get some specific messages, especially about that Venus energy. It feels like it's linked to a partnership. Maybe you do accept a new sort of contract or a new responsibility, and it leads towards you needing to reshape how much effort you have to make yourself feel good. Your self-care ritual is impacted here by that. Can we clarify waning crescent, please, Spirit? What is happening for Scorpio in the month of June with waning crescent? One more card. Thank you so much. At the back of the deck, we have Justice reversed. So there is an imbalance here, sweets. I like to talk about challenges because the challenges help us to get more information. The opportunities are always pleasant surprises, but the more we know about our challenges, then the better our month can go, the smoother our month can go. Let's have a look at your 3 cards. We have the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles. All cards are upright for you, Scorpio, so have a look at that. This waning crescent, there's an issue here that you've been putting your head in the sand about. You've been burying your head and going, you know what, it's not even a real issue. I don't need to talk about it. I don't need to look at it. It's not real. It's not there. And I got this energy from you in your last reading as well, sweets. With the 6 of Wands upright, you are very good at distractions. You can make people turn a blind eye towards certain areas of your life and show them this instead. But hey, look what I created over here. Aren't you proud of me? And yes, Scorpio, but like, what's going on in the closet? There's been banging in the closet for like 5 hours now. I think that what's happening here for you, sweets, is we're going to have the opportunity here to showcase something and to feel proud about something that we've done. We are being recognized for our efforts with the 6 of Wands. And with the 9 of Pentacles, this is something that can advance you, helping you feel more financially secure and helping you kind of see other areas that you hadn't had access to before, other resources, excuse me, that you hadn't had access to before. The 9 of Pentacles gives you that kind of security where you maybe can be a little bit more frivolous with your spending. You maybe can be a little bit more open about, you know, or less stressed about what you are putting your effort and time and money into. And there's a sense of security here and recognition that's helping you kind of offload in some way. But with the 8 of Swords and the waning crescent reversed, it does also bring to light a looming or pressing internal issue that you haven't verbalized to many people. This is something you've been keeping to yourself. And I see that with all this attention on you, you feel a lot of pressure to come clean and to share what you've been keeping inside. It feels like it could just be an insecurity that you've had. It feels like it could be some sort of fear that an accident that happened, or something that's making you doubt that you deserve all this recognition. And I think that once you open up about it, people are going to not only be very receptive, but kind of say, hey, like, how long were you keeping that in? This is not even an issue, Scorpio. I wish you had told me sooner type of energy. So that 8 of Swords upright just makes me think that you're kind of ignoring something here and making it bigger than it needs to be because you're not opening up about it, because you're not getting that support from someone close to you who can validate, first of all, that, wow, this is a heavy thing to carry. And then second of all, it's not that bad though. Like, you can get through this, or it will pass with time. So I do see the opportunity to kind of open up and to be recognized for it and to feel more supported because of it. I also think that if there's something that you've been hesitating doing because you're afraid of how it will be received by other people, especially if you have a public image, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. I see a good reception and I see a successful outcome here as well. Let us get some advice for you when it comes to that waning crescent energy. It feels like you've been struggling to get something off the ground here. because you're afraid. You could be comparing the situation to something that happened in the past, afraid that it's going to happen just like it did last time. And that's why you're comparing it. What is the advice, Spirit? Okay. Justice is upright. Remember how we had justice reversed in tarot? Your advice is to work with others, is to engage partnerships, alliances, balancing things out. Your advice here is to make sure that you're not limiting your opportunity. It is you. That you're not limiting your opportunity. That crystal was vibrating this whole time. By limiting who you are working with, because I see you getting further through connection here, through collaboration. Now, your 3 advice cards are peace, prosperity, and strength. I'm going to try hold them in a way where you can see all 3. There you go. Peace, prosperity, and strength. So Spirit is saying when it comes to this endeavor and this fear of the past, as well as fear of being successful in getting this off the ground, I see you being received well. I see your efforts paying off. I see more security, a sense of independence as well. And I see that this independence will not only kind of illuminate your skills, especially if this is to do with a career or a job role, it's also going to help people understand what it is that you have to offer. So your advice here is to not back down and to not bow out just because you have fears that everybody would have if they were in your shoes, to not let the anxiety or the uncertainty or the doubts get the better of you. Have strength and persevere. With prosperity reversed, Spirit is saying think of it as an opportunity to shine. Don't think of it as how can I gain more finances. Don't accept it because of the money if it's a role. It almost feels like you need to consider how this is going to help you grow in the long term. So it may be a little slow initially if you're signing up for it basically just because of money, or if you're pursuing it just because of the money. It may be slow initially, but in the long term it's going to be more successful. And with peace reversed, I feel like Spirit is saying as advice here, you never grow in a comfort zone. You never grow in a comfort zone. You will only stay stagnant, stuck, and still in a comfort zone, which can be good, but what you're being offered here has the potential to help you grow and gain more. So you never grow in a comfort zone is your advice there with peace reversed. Let's have a look at this waxing crescent now. What is happening with the waxing crescent for Scorpio? Excuse me, I was too ready to shuffle. The deck was not ready. What is happening with the waxing crescent for Scorpio? Whoa, 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 whoa. I need one more card, please, Spirit. What is happening with the waxing crescent for Scorpio? Okay, so if you haven't seen my latest live stream on my main channel, the collective love reading may be helpful for you, especially if you're a single, okay? I have timestamps on that live stream. Go to the collective love reading and the June reading for singles as well. That may be helpful if you're single and you want love advice. We have the King of Goblets in the reverse position. So what I'm seeing with this waxing, crescent, it seems to have to do with a major decision that you need to make about where you should be investing things moving forward. So this seems like a relationship with the King of Goblets, somebody who you're trying to kind of put all your trust in. But for others of you, it could just be a person that you're having a hard time opening up with. And it feels like you need to tell them something. It feels like you need to kind of have a serious conversation with them about how you've been feeling and how you have been having fears and concerns about where things are going with them. The only other context could be an employer and you're unsure of whether your role or your job is secure with them and whether this is something you want to continue doing. But let me show you the tarot cards I have for you. We have the Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. So the Lovers and the High Priestess are reversed. That Six of Swords is upright. So I feel like Waxing Crescent is encouraging you to shed some light on a situation that has been causing you a bit of uncertainty. I see this conversation helping you move to calmer waters only because you have a big decision to make and you don't have all the information yet to be able to make that decision. So you're delaying the decision. You're unable to trust yourself and your ability to make the decision, which is causing you to doubt the outcome. And honestly, a conversation would help this thing clear up like that. So have that discussion with this King of Goblets, because I can see here that they are not aware of your true feelings. They are not aware of your fears, and they are picking up on the fact that you are pulling out of this. So they need to know. Let us get some advice about that situation. For Scorpio, is there any advice, Spirit, with this waxing crescent? I see some of you moving away from them after this conversation. You were waiting for the truth and they weren't going to give it to you, so you had to ask for it. And once you got it, you were like, oh, okay, well, thanks. Now I can move forward. But the Six of Swords is telling me that overall you're moving to calmer waters. You're moving away from chaos. You're taking what you need and you're moving to calmer waters. So the advice cards we have are protection and boundaries reversed. That boundaries card has come out for every sign one way or another. It seems to be a collective energy. And we also have home reversed. So this could be a conversation with a landlord even, or a real estate agency. It does affect your routine. With home reversed, it may cause you to move homes or to change your lifestyle due to what comes out in this conversation that you're having to initiate. I see the goal here is for you to move towards a better outcome. So with protection here, your advice is to step away from what is no longer serving you or from an unsavory situation, and to ultimately take action that take care of you first, putting your best needs first. Don't think about them. Don't think about the other person involved, because it feels like you don't owe them anything. If anything, they were the ones that owed you answers, and you had to reach out to get them. Protect yourself, put yourself first, put your children first if you have them and they're involved in the situation, and allow yourself to move forward to something better. With boundaries reversed, I do think that you're going to have to let your guard down and extend that offer of communication. I see that you're going to be met with someone who's very disarmed by the fact that you had the balls to come to them. They're going to kind of go, wow, I wasn't expecting Scorpio to do that. And that is going to help you get a more honest, open, and somewhat vulnerable response. They're going to just lay it all out for you with that King of Cups reversed. With home reversed, I see the outcome impacting your lifestyle or your home life. So things are going to get a bit crazy in terms of busy, or you're going to have to restructure your routine because of this. Your advice is to go with that change though. Don't be afraid again. We don't grow in a comfort zone, right? So don't be afraid here to make those changes in order to get that more peaceful outcome that you deserve. Let's have a look at this Venus energy now. Spirit, what is happening with this Venus energy for Scorpio? What is happening with this Venus energy for Scorpio? I just need 3 cards, please, Spirit. We'll take that one because it came out first. What is happening with this Venus energy? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Back of the deck, we have the Two of Swords, which is reversed. Okay, so Venus is definitely affecting you because you know how I was picking up before that this felt like the way that you were seeing yourself and you almost had to restructure your responsibilities, sacrificing some of your you time in order to prioritize other responsibilities or other people's needs. With the Two of Swords reversed, you're doing this because you think it's okay, but I also see you not knowing if this is what you're meant to be doing. So for some of you, this could coincide with you taking on a new role or being in a situation where you're doing something you haven't done before, and you don't know if this is how it's supposed to be done, but you're just kind of doing it anyway. I feel like you need to ask questions because I do think you're being taken advantage of. Venus reversed is a very submissive energy, and it feels like someone who's being belittled and made smaller than what they are. Especially Venus. Venus is quite a pure energy, a soft energy, and an energy that usually is quite captivating as well. Like we can't ignore a Venus energy. They just take up the whole room. When that's reversed, with the Two of Swords reversed, it feels like someone's taking advantage of your lack of information in the situation and kind of putting you into this submissive energy. Let's have a look at what Tarot is showing us. We have the Queen of Discs reversed with the Three of Cups upright. Yeah, not knowing your self-worth. This could be a friend even, sweets. What else do we have? The Queen of Goblets reversed. Okay, so Venus is taxing, and it could be an issue in general that isn't coming from any one person. Venus reversed is saying there is something that is taking a lot from us, and it's not allowing us the opportunity to focus on ourselves and recognize our own worth. It feels sacrificial. It feels like the kind of thing that either happens occasionally, like a huge sort of big event that you have to kind of put your own needs on the back burner for and just be there and support the family or support your loved ones. But with the Three of Cups reversed, you're doing it because you're not the only one that's doing it. There's a sense of community here with the Three of Cups, upright, not reversed. It feels like you're getting emotional support despite you having to kind of put your needs on the back burner. The other thing I'm picking up on here is that your social circle is going to be a huge support for you in June, okay, Scorpio? So stay friendly, stay communicative, stay connected, because these people are not only going to be able to say like, hey, I've had a crazy week as well, what's happened with you, and give you a chance to open up, but they're also going to help distract you from some of the things that you've been going through by sharing their own struggles and just having some friendly chats. I do see community being a helpful role for you. I see a friend helping you and just kind of giving you the confirmation that you're not the only one who's going through certain struggles. I see that if you are feeling insecure about your image, it could be because you are hearing someone that you care about talk down on themselves, and it's making you look at yourself differently. You seem to be very sensitive in June, sweets, like very sensitive. And it's like if somebody else is highlighting self-worth issues, it is making you want to look at yourself differently. I see you trying to help them feel better, but it is also taking a lot out of you at the same time. There could be someone here that you're also meeting with in June who you have the chance to open up with. There's someone who's around the same age as you. They feel like a friend more than anything, or this could be like a close relative as well, like a sister is what I want to say, because it feels very feminine with Venus and the two queens here. But it doesn't have to be their gender. They just have a very feminine energy, and we have the chance to be more open with them and reunite with them and have that social connection, that emotional support. So let us get some advice about this Venus energy, because I can't deny there is a feeling of insecurity here with Venus reversed and the Queen of Discs reversed. It almost makes me think with the Three of Cups upright that something somebody says to us in a social setting is going to make us feel like we aren't good enough. We have dreams and we have love. Oh, my days. Coming out first as your advice card, Scorpio. Have a look at that. Dreams and love. Can I get one more card for them, please, Spirit? What is the advice here? We got a few, but I'm only going to take that one. So, Queen of Goblets, you're a very empathetic person and you're highly sensitive in June, especially if someone is saying something negative or if someone that you love is going through something bad. And it's going to actually put you in a tricky position because you don't have a heck of a lot to give somebody, but I also feel like you're being put in a position where you're burning out and needing to kind of take care of somebody else first. So, Honestly, with Venus reversed, I do see you neglecting yourself in order to help somebody else. And I see love being the reason why you're doing this. You genuinely care about either what it is that you're doing or the person that you're sacrificing your own needs for. Your advice is to hold on to that love, because I do see that it is reciprocal, and the right person won't take advantage of that. The right person will pay you back. And if you were in their shoes, they would do the same for you. So take advantage of that kind of love. And if you are going through something yourself, or if you are pushing yourself too far, explain that to this person, and they will ultimately, once they know with the Two of Swords reversed, they will pump the brakes and say, hey, why have you been doing this then? I wish you told me sooner so I could support you as well. With dreams and psychic abilities here, I see that whatever this issue is, it's something that feels like it's coming to light. It's something that we may have suspected, or it's something that we may feel we need to do because it's a part of our process of piecing things together, or it's a part of our process of shedding light on some suppressed emotions, suppressed feelings, and heavy thoughts as well. Dreams makes me think that your advice here is to just sort of deal with the situation in a space of, well, how is this making me feel? What is the right thing to do in this situation? What is my heart telling me to do? What am I feeling guided to do with psychic abilities? What is my third eye telling me to do, if that's how inclined you are? But if you're not inclined that way, at the very least, what is your heart telling you to do? Is there anything else you need to tell Scorpio Spirit in terms of advice here? All I'm hearing is love. The Cranberry song Dreams is coming to mind too. Oh, my dreams. Never quite as it seems. Never quite as it seems. So there is a feeling here of getting answers, clarity, and support about something that you've suspected. And it involves someone you care about, either you opening up to them or you suspecting something about them and needing to kind of share this thought with them. You have this little radar going off in your intuition saying, ding, 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 Scorpio, 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 listen, please. And you're listening and you're like, is it the right time though? This is just a casual drink situation. Yes, it's the right time. Pay attention to your intuition there when it comes to the people that you love and opportunities to be more open about how you're feeling and about how they're feeling and what you're going through, what they're going through, insecurities and heavy feelings. Emphasis on the people that you care about though, not just random people. Don't put yourself in that position, but people that you care about. Interesting messages, Scorpio. That's what I'm seeing for you for the month of June. You seem to be putting a lot of your energy into other people and really just trying to deflect from what's going on with you and your personal disappointments. I see you achieving a lot of growth, if possible, in the future by making some stepping stones in June. I see you really getting the chance to be recognized for your skill set and your abilities and how you have the potential to go even further. I see you ultimately pulling someone aside and putting the tough word on them, getting the answers that you need so that you can move to calmer waters, which will include a change in your routine and lifestyle. And lastly, I do see you having the chance to compassionately connect and reunite with someone, hopefully being able to share some things that you've suspected and some things that you think have been happening below the surface with them. Please look after your beautiful self. Have an abundant, prosperous June, Scorpio. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I shall see you in another video. Bye.